Friday, May 1st. It's a beautiful, gorgeous, perfect day. And in the front yard, in the side bed, I have these purple alliums with the yellow iris. A lot of the yellow iris are getting ready to pop out yet. It's really a lovely scene. Those are blooming in the pot. I like it from this angle. These gigantic purple alliums are so much fun. We are enjoying them so much. Some of them have little satellites, which are funny. They're so pretty. I like the pop of color. Pansies are looking okay. Still got wild sweet William.
There's the bucket. There's the damage. It's helicopter season. This is what we do.
So now that all the helicopters are down out of the tree, we can do the final work. We always have to wait for that. And here's all the mulch. So we're going to be taking weeds and helicopters out of the flower beds and adding mulch at the same time. I just took my first short ride on my bike, and goodness, I am out of shape, and I'm excited to be out riding it again. Gonna have to clean it up, but the tires are aired and the chain is oiled. Spanish bluebells are still gorgeous. I'm definitely gonna get more of these. I love purple. A few more allium here. This bed looks a mess. It's a mass of stuff. We got all the helicopters off the patio and cut back the grass in it. Baby birds are still up there. I think I'm going to put my security camera up there to see what I can get. And then we come in here and we see, this is the pink knockout roses. The buds are coming out. I saw some other people locally already have theirs blooming. I have some iris buds. These iris show no sign of buds yet, but they were moved at the wrong time last year, and my husband planted them, and you can see, you can't see the rhizomes as many times as I told him. So I may scrape some of the dirt off the rhizomes and we'll let them die back, and maybe next year they'll bloom. There's Tizzy doing her explorer thing. She loves gardening. So the Asiatic lilies are getting tall. Rosemary that I planted last Sunday is doing good. The dog is over my lemongrass. Hi! Now the dog is over the dragon's tail, which is getting large. And it looks like it's going to be getting the tails soon. Mint. Oh, today. I keep saying today I'm going to cut down this lemon balm. Look at it. And this is still Wild Sweet William gorgeous. I love this little scene. The tulips are getting past prime. They're going to be losing all their leaves soon. But the allium with the tulips right now is gorgeous. I think I'm going to cut back this bee balm. Last time it got too tall, and I want it to bloom shorter. She's walking with me. Some more allium bulbs. Ooh, this peony. Oh, there's several. You Look at her go. Buds getting ready to bloom. I love how it spills over. It's going to be great. Need to get out here. It's been cold. Haven't been able to work. Are you taking a walk in the garden with Mama? She's doing her exploring thing. Tizzy. So there's a allium back here. It looks really great. I love the allium. Sunning. They love the sun. And all that effort we took to clean it off of all the helicopters and the grass. And now they're enjoying it. And over here, this peony has got a lot of buds as well. And the spiderwort over here. I love the spiderwort because it's purple. And the azalea, it's got little bitty buds. We got a whole bucket of maple tree helicopters out of the gutters, but now he's got to go up to the roof and of the patio and get it out of there. We still have to take those bulbs out and plant them somewhere, and we're going to be planting the banana plants soon. The sound of helicopters on the roof. Working outside. Too funny. Got Operation Banana Plant going on. So I've lined up what I'm going to put in each pot next to it, and then what we do is we'll dump the dirt out of that pot into my wash bucket, which I use for everything, and I'll mix it with a little bit of new dirt that has some fertilizer in it, and put it back in the pot and plant it. Okay, so after we get them planted, I cut back all this dead from last year, and it leaves it bare and exposed and scary, like it's not gonna survive. You can see this got a green one that's been trying to come out, but this part is the live part, and I'm gonna snip that off too. And there we have it, and it looks pretty bad, but in a month's time we're gonna have like palm-like banana leaves everywhere. 5 little blue speckled eggs in the fern. Got it down to water it. There's more power washing going on somewhere. It's an annoying noise to be outside. But we put all the baby banana plants in one pot. Star of Bethlehem. Still rather pretty out here. And the peonies are blooming. Saturday, May 2nd. Another banana plant there. We like to put them in pots so we can move them around. I tried to put a security camera up here and the robins are already gone. So, and over here is another pot. We have some stones there. So those banana plants will be really great when they get growing up. Don't look like much now. And we have a couple here on the back side of the futon. And so they look great when they get going. So noisy with motorcycles and lawnmowers and power washers going on in our neighborhood. But we put the white pot out front. As I said, I'm not sure they're going to stay here. And I did move this fence over here on the forsythia that we cut back. I think I can train it so the two look good together as the forsythia rose. Look at that fern underneath the water bowl. Look at that butterfly. And I spied my first hummingbird. That butterfly sure likes these alliums. It's got orange when it lifts its wings. The outside's kind of brown, but when it flies away, there's orange inside. These yellow iris and purple alliums are really making me happy. Of course, the neighbor starts mowing. Great with the hosta. This bed, we got all the helicopters taken out yesterday, and you can see it's got beautiful black mulch. I spy our first rose. This bush has really been being eaten up by something, but it's still gorgeous, and I think still gonna bloom gorgeously. It's gonna pop out over the next week. So the basil is doing really well in a little pot and looks cute. And we impromptu bought a few things. I wanted to buy clematis because ours had died, and we always get these coral geraniums and this double, I forgot what it's called now, begonia, double begonia. I always put in that pot because it does well there. But the big thing that we did was this tree. We don't know where we're going to put it, but I walked by it and I fell in love with it. He says it gets pink in the early spring. The leaves are just bright pink, and then they turn to more of this variegated color, and then they kind of turn white. He called it a foo-foo tree, meaning, you know, for girls. And I said, hey, I got a foo-foo yard. That fits for me. And I'm not sure he gave it a layman's name, but I'm going to have to look it up. Also got a columbine. I got the purple one. I had some years ago and it is gone. And I got two different purple coneflowers. This one is the traditional variety, and this one is a delicious candy variety, which is supposed to be shorter. And I kind of want to learn more about the differences between purple coneflowers, and I think I'm missing them in my yard. I noted that last year, so I'm going to plant some more. That's something I wanted. And down here, we're still so pretty. I love looking at it in the evening. These little bellflowers. These are a type of allium. They're so pretty. It's not quite all the way bloomed out, but I love them. We've had them in a long time. Here's the evening primrose, which is going to go wild soon. But these peonies have really popped out. Isn't that beautiful? This one, the wind is blowing it different. It had really popped out as well. And it's just spread out everywhere. I love how it comes down on the walkway. And there's one over there. It's just, there's one in the middle of the hosta. It just kind of spread out everywhere. There's the double begonia in the pot it likes. And I like it raised. This purple poppy mallow is getting huge. I think we planted the paper whites back in there that were last year. All these beds, they're going to look so good mulched. It usually takes us 1 or 2 weeks to get them all cleaned out and mulched. What's fun is this was the pretty phlox, and that intermixed with the phlox. See the purple phlox? There's going to be the coreopsis in the same place, the yellow flowers. It's going to transition from one to the other. Here's some more coreopsis. Here's some more of those bell plants, bell alliums, whatever they're called. These phlox are now blooming. They've been very long blooming and have had a very long blooming period. They are slow to bloom this year. Gosh, look at all the weeds. It'll look better when it gets mulched. Pink vine. We planted that coral geranium there. Just love it. That color, my favorite. And we're probably going to fill that bed with zinnias that are growing inside. Look underneath our weeping cherry. I called it a weeping peach. I looked it up. It's a weeping cherry. Are those cabbage plants that we got from the school. And they're all growing quite well. They are all the way up there as well. I think these are buttercup flowers that are actually weeds. I'm not sure, but I'm leaving them because they look really pretty with the purple phlox. And then this is a white hollyhock. I thought I'd like it. I don't like it very much. May not bloom this year because they're biannual, but we fell in love with the variegated purple, and so we planted another hollyhock right next to it, and maybe they'll bloom the same year. Maybe they'll take turns blooming. Then Miss Tizzy usually finds things under the hosta like snakes or voles. Then over here is where we put the clematis, and we decided to use the birdhouse pole and let it climb up that, and the base is going to be kind of hidden amongst the hosta. I hope that works. But it's got one flower on it, and it has some other buds. We kind of broke it a little bit trying to hang it, so I hope those buds come out and don't get messed up. And it's not far from where the one we lost used to be. The fence used to come right up about here, the old chain link fence, and we had the old one growing up, and I think my husband thought it was a weed and weeded it one year. So it's kind of replacing something that we had before. We have been out in the yard every day, and these weeds grow so fast. So it's a pretty weed, but it has to go. I'm hoping it's a weed. So I know the columbine require a lot of shade. So we have our tree here. So this is the best place, but we walk through there where there's a stone, and we walk through there where there's a stone, and we walk through there where there's a stone. So just using my imagination, this purple spiderwort is looking really cute with the azalea, and this azalea is really old and it just has not thickened out, I think because it's in the shade. So I decided to put the columbine right in there, and then there'll be purple from the columbine on this side and purple from the spiderwort on that side, and all blooming together. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but that was our imagination. What are you looking at, Tizzy? Tizzy. We have, I think, 5 little eggs in here, and now we have some of them hatched. Asters are huge. They always are. So deadheading the tulips that were in this bed, and behind this is the surprise early greens that I have to let die back, and they were coming all through the fence and covering this plant. So I got back there and pulled them all through so they could die back there. And this is Missouri Primrose, which will be blooming soon, and now it has a nice place to shine between the hostas and in front of the fence. A little lady and her tuft. Somehow I think they just know how to relax. You know how to relax? So we thought about several places for our new tree. We thought about putting it over there. It looked good. You know, like over there. We thought about right back in there, kind of as an anchor. And instead I decided to put it here. And this, I think it looks great from the patio. And I can imagine it being all pink. And I'm going to go over this way. It looks good from this area, and it was only in recent years we started planting things over there on that side. We took up some of the bricks, so I remembered thinking how great it was and how glad I was when we started putting flowers over in that empty area. So it's going to look great sitting in this chair. It's going to look great. I need to straighten it up a little bit. Kind of shading them next to the bench. So I'm happy with it. It kind of fills in an area that has no value, anything of great value. We moved the that's what's great about having hanging plants on poles. We need to paint these poles. But we moved these so we'll have some flowers closer to the patio. And one other thing I did, finally, you'll be proud of me. Doesn't it look cute as we walk through? I think it's great. I finally just clipped a whole bowl full of lemon balm. So now I get to go string them up, hang them up in the kitchen. I don't know why, but I just kind of fell in love with the little bicycle on a pole. So we have a new yard decoration, and you can actually see it from the patio. Matches the pillows. I don't know, it'll get moved around. Rain is coming in. So our new tree looks good from this angle too. I think it's a good spot for it.